Dad, you're too slow.
Okay. Rock.
Hey, Vital MT Beers. I'm a little preoccupied. Welcome to the gear show. We got this kids ride shotgun tow strap, making his life fun. My life torture? Johan, you got this, right?
That's right, time for another episode of your favorite gear show. We've got a ton of fresh new stuff to take you through today. We're going to be talking helmets, apparel and eyewear. But before we get into any of that, we've got some really exciting new shoes to unveil right here on the show. Last November, Specialized dropped a bit of a bomb in the mountain bike shoe world. Their new 2FO Roost shoe looked a bit plain at first sight, but it packed a punch in the form of a brand new sole compound that delivers a level of grip previously only seen on 510s. Well, today, Specialized is taking things up another notch with the introduction of a more sturdy DH model. The 2FO DH shoe was developed in conjunction with Loic Bruni and Finn Isles of the Specialized Factory Downhill Racing team, so of course there are both clipless and flat pedal models available. They share the same construction and general features. Where the 2FO Roost took a somewhat minimalistic approach to overall construction, the DH version uses thicker materials and offers more protection. The sole is stiffer, the tongue is thicker, and the uppers are made from heavy-duty PU leather, where the Roost uses thinner suede. The toe box on the DH shoe is also thicker, and the cuff is raised on the inside to offer more protection from crank strikes and the like. The DH shoe uses fast-drying Expel mesh in the insole and the tongue insides, a material said to shed as you shred. All in all, the DH shoe weighs about 50 grams more than the Roost in size 12 US, 100 grams more for the pair. On the trail, the 2FO DH Flat convinced us from the first pedal stroke. The sole is every bit as grippy as the 2FO Roost, which is to say, it is one of the grippiest flat pedal shoes you can get. Place your foot on the pedals and the shoe will grab hold of the pins even before you put any pressure on them. In the dry or in the wet, these things cling on like an octopus with separation anxiety. As for the shoe itself, there is plenty of protection, which provides a general sense of security in action. The midsole is stiff and does a great job of transferring power to the pedals. In terms of the overall fit, the shoe is quite roomy and should work particularly well for those with slightly wider feet. We've yet to dunk them in water to really test that Expel stuff, but they've shrugged off puddle crossings and muddy rides with ease. Similarly, we've also not yet tested in sweltering heat. Chances are they will be a bit clammy given the sturdiness of the overall construction, but that's par for the course with such a heavy-duty item. Overall, we're very excited by what Specialized is doing in the mountain bike shoe space right now, and if you like the grippiness of their new Slipknot rubber, but you are waiting for it to appear on a sturdier shoe, your wishes have just come true.
YT just dropped the new Capra Pro AL and Base AL bikes in both 27.5 and 29-inch wheels. Pro models are $3,499 US, while the base builds will run you $2,699. The Pros use Fox 38 and DPX2 Performance Elite suspension with SRAM GX Eagle drivetrain. The base builds bounce on RockShox Zeb and Super Deluxe squishy bits with a SRAM SX Eagle drivetrain. Hit up yt-industries.com, see if you're lucky enough to snag one of these.
Leatt has just launched a bunch of new stuff for 2021, continuing down the path as one of the few companies that can supply head-to-toe apparel and protection. First up, let's take a closer look at their brand new Enduro 4.0 helmet, a 2-in-1 that converts between full face and half shell mode with a simple twist of 2 levers. This new version inherits much of its shape from the regular 4.0 full face, but it relies on an internal harness to fine-tune the fit, as opposed to the full comfort liners found in traditional full-face helmets. The Enduro 4.0 is fully ASTM certified, which means that both the helmet and the removable chin bar pass the relevant impact testing for DH use. You also get Leatt's 360 turbine technology, a set of soft inserts that are said to help with reducing the energy transmitted to the head, both from rotational and low-speed impacts. The construction is of high quality, and the mechanism that holds the chin bar in place is among the better we've seen in terms of robustness and ease of use. A fidlock buckle on the chin strap is always a welcome sight too. On the trail, we found the Enduro 4.0 very comfortable and stable in action, especially with the chin bar on. The chin bar sits very far from the face, which makes the helmet very breathable, even in full face mode. Converting from full face to open face is simple, while putting the chin bar back is easier with the helmet off. We tested a size L, which is actually the biggest size from Leatt for this one. It covers heads from 59 to 63 centimeters. This tester's head measures about 58.5 centimeters, and he would have been better off with the next size down. Nevertheless, the helmet worked well also in open face mode, with or without goggles. Truth be told, we're not massive fans of convertible helmets here at Vital, but the Enduro 4.0 is one of the better executions of this concept that we've tested. Continuing with Leatt, we move on to Apparel. The whole range has been overhauled for 2021 with fresh new colors and materials at every level. Let's take you through some of the highlights. The 2.0 level provides lightweight and functional gear for all kinds of riding, but mainly trail and all mountain. The fabrics are light and comfortable to the touch, with a good set of features on the short. 2 hip pockets and 2 thigh pockets, all zippered, ensure that you have plenty of space to stash your gear. The hem is slightly shorter, and laser-cut ventilation makes it ideal for warmer days. Moving on up to the 3.0, we find a heavier fabric in the jersey with laser-cut holes for ventilation. We paired it up here with the 4.0 short, which has quickly taken its place as one of our favorite items in this collection. Tough without being bulky, this one feels like it has been made from a fabric that will be with you for years to come. There are reinforcements on top of the knees, and the seat area is made from a 3-layer laminated fabric that is soft to the touch on the inside and will repel moisture from the outside. There are several zippered pockets, including one made for your phone at the back of the waist. An interesting placement we've not come across before, but which works well to keep your phone out of harm's way, or at least until you sit on it in the chairlift. On the trail, the cut of this short is perfect, and it breathes well thanks to a number of laser-cut ventilation holes. Getting to the gnarly end of the spectrum, the 4.0 Pant serves up a modern take on the old nylon DH shells of years gone by. Imagine that bomb-proof feeling in a pant that is much lighter and more comfortable to the touch. That's the 4.0. It still looks a bit like those old moto crossover pants, but with colors and graphics that match the rest of the line. We love the extra reinforcements on the shins and knees, which should help this pant deal with the worst you can throw at it. Much like the 4.0 short, there's a soft and moisture-repellent seat area, and the cut is pre-curved at the knees to be comfortable while pedaling. You can of course wear it with or without knee protection underneath. Looking for a new DH helmet to go with those new pants? The all-new 8.0 provides all the peace of mind of a DH-certified helmet, and one that passes the ECE 2205 Moto standard as well. Large and imposing, this one is for those who value a super comfortable helmet that offers a bit of extra reassurance in terms of the thickness and impact absorption qualities of the EPS liner. Just as with the Enduro 4.0 helmet we discussed earlier in the show, the 8.0 uses Leatt's 360 turbine technology to help reduce the effects of lower speed impacts, as well as reduce the transmission of rotational forces in case of off-axis impacts to the head. The liner is thick and luxurious, and the cheek pads can be removed via external pull tabs to make helmet removal easier after a crash. The visor can snap off in a crash as well, and the helmet has of course been optimized to work with a neck brace. There's even a super smart peak extender that you can simply snap on for those rainy days. Our size L sample weighed in at 1167 grams, not bad at all for such a sturdy and safe piece of kit. On the trail, the comfort and stability are supreme, while the ventilation remains adequate. Not the first choice if it's really warm where you ride, but if lift-assisted riding is your game and safety is something you take very seriously, this could well be one for you. 8.0, 4.0, 3.0, 2.0, what about 1.0 you ask? Fear not, Leatt's got a new shoe for you too. Using the same compound as the other Leatt shoes, the 1.0 is a casual kick made to wear around town by those who want to be ready to jump on their bike at a moment's notice. They're comfy and grippy, and their very soft sole makes them well suited for any rider who really wants to feel what the pedals are doing under their feet. The lack of any kind of shank make them less suited to prolonged periods of pedaling though. Looking for that soft feel in a more technical shoe? Ride Concepts just launched the mid-top version of the Vice, a shoe specifically designed for dirt jumping, street and slopestyle. The Vice was introduced last year, but since Ride Concepts has signed Andrea Condeghi to the team, and he apparently requested a similar shoe with more ankle protection, here we are. The Vice Mid is super comfortable and provides just the right mix of grip, compliance and protection. And in Andreo's signature charcoal colorway, you can wear them all day around town as well. If you're after a stiffer and more performance-oriented shoe, Ride Concepts makes plenty of those too, but the Vice Mid was designed for riders who like to know what's going on with their little piggies on the pedals. What we really appreciate with the Vice Mid is that they are still stiff enough for longer rides as well, which opens up more options for their owners. With a price tag of $120 and a full set of features like D3O padding in the insoles and a TPU reinforced toe box, they're good value too. Check out the full review on our site if you want to learn more. POC, which is short for piece of cake, has been around since 2005, and they've always taken a very serious approach to safety. Introduced just a couple of weeks ago, their all-new Kortal half-shell helmet is for those riders looking to get extra rowdy while wearing less than full-face protection. Loaded with safety features and built to meet the new Dutch NTA 8776 standard, which is more stringent than the usual EN and CPSC standards imposed on these types of helmets, the Kortal is highly adjustable and features a large number of big vents for cooling. Innovative extras, like the ability to store your personal medical information in an NFC-enabled chip in the helmet, or a Reco radar reflector, set this one apart from the others, and we also found it very comfortable on the trail. Complete your setup with the new Devour glasses, made to mimic the large field of view of a goggle, while retaining the breathability of traditional riding glasses. With adjustable temples and nose piece, we found these comfortable and secure in use, while serving up excellent optics thanks to the clarity lens. And of course, they fit perfectly with the helmet, as they were made to be together. There's a full review of both these new items on our site if you want to learn more. If you've followed Vital for some time, you'll know that we're huge fans of riding pants. There's just something about riding in pants that makes you feel extra spicy. Specialized has just jumped back in the game with a pant made specifically for trail riding in general, auspiciously named the Trail Pant. This pant is made from a lightweight and flexible fabric called Vaporize, which is very thin yet very tough. There are 3 zippered pockets to make sure you have enough space to store your stuff, while laser perforated venting helps keep you cool in action. The pants are loose enough to run over knee pads, yet tight enough to never get in the way on the bike. The lower legs are heavily tapered to make sure they don't get caught in your chain. We've had these out on the trail for a handful of rides already, including a pretty heavy crash, and we can attest to the fact that the claims that Specialized are making regarding the durability of their new fabric hold true. We're definitely fans of this one.
Whoa, you okay? Getting buck nutty. Nice. Yeah.